We got 7 o'clock. Pledge allegiance, please.
Looking at that clock.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please. Kelsey.
Chauvin.
Here.
Barr.
Here.
S. Horner.
Here.
Yeah, she sent me an email.
A. Horner.
Here.
Causer.
Here.
Cranford.
Here.
Howard.
Here.
Willie.
Here.
Thank you. Consent agenda items. We have 4 things for consideration, or 4 things. Does anyone have any questions or comments to make? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion for acceptance.
I so move.
Motion by Barb Howard, second by Jerry Causer. Roll call, please.
Chauvin.
Yes.
Barr.
Yes.
S. Horner.
Yes.
A. Horner.
Yes.
Causer.
Yes.
Cranford.
Yes.
Howard.
Yes.
Willie.
Yes.
Item A, the ordinance 2025-0021 regarding the social district. I'll give it to Alan.
I did the best I could on this one, guys. I'm not real attuned to social district stuff, but the way I approached it was look at our liquor code, and most of the things that happen in the social district change what our liquor code says has to happen. So I just created a new section and said, hey, notwithstanding what the rest of the code says, if we have a social district and a permittee to authorize that, these rules apply instead. So it's basically all in one spot. I worked with Jim on the definition of the area, because the boundaries by streets that you were given before really didn't close up and make an area. They didn't have a closing. So we just did it by blocks and streets adjacent, left out Water Street and Howard Street, since those were on the edges and probably not intended to go there. So other than that, you just have to look at the rules and see if you think we're good. Obviously, we left a lot open-ended about how it's all gonna work on getting the permit process, whether it's gonna be an application. Mayor, elected commissioner can decide that along with Jim. But we're just looking at setting general guidelines, how the cups and all that are actually gonna work together.
I think we kind of maybe already had an application that Misty had gathered from another community, and the cups, she's already started conversation, I believe, with, I know, General Store and Donald's. So that kind of has already begun. The business owners would be ordering their own cups. We're simply just setting up they would be ordering them, paying for them themselves. We're just requiring a certain size and what the logos would be on them. We still have to go and basically solicit the businesses that would be able to participate, see if they're interested. I know she had some initial conversations with a few, but not everyone. So after if this is approved, I'll go around and talk to them, or Cheyenne, and we'll get people signed up and put it in place. If anybody has any other questions.
How is this going to be enforced?
So, yep, so.
I mean, I think the police have enough to do to pull a patrolman or an officer off to supervise this. And you'd have a hard time convincing my kids or my granddaughter that I was young once and pushed the limit. So how does that happen?
Yeah, so in essence, if it's always going to be possible that somebody's going to push, right? Like sneak something in their car and refill a cup, that kind of thing. That's always possible. And the event organizers will have to be all aware of the rules of the social district as well. But the actual enforcement, if citations, is going to be the police. They'll just have to call law enforcement and have them write the citations.
And Frank, the way it's drawn, the actual enforcement, if it happens to be something done wrong by the license holder that's got a permit, like he sells more than 2 to somebody, that's enforceable by mayor as liquor commissioner to revoke their license, suspend their license, fine them, whatever it is. If it's one of the other businesses, if it's a patron, it's an ordinance violation, and I think the fines are $100 to $750. But it ends up with a ticket, and it ends up in court and be prosecuting, is how it works.
We kind of had a dry run just before.
For the Taste of Pontiac.
Just before, it was one of the car shows.
Yep.
Right? And seemed to work fine.
We did it at the Taste Pontiac, yep.
Excuse the pun, dry run, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it was less than a dry run. We didn't have any problems.
I think that hopefully, I mean, one comment somebody made to me is we're now in the era of Yeti cups, and many times people may be doing this, and we don't even know it of their own accord, and I'm not inviting people to do that. But I think people will be respectful of the rules and make sure that it works for us. And like you said, there's always going to be individuals that press the limit, and we just have to make them pay the consequences, and not everyone else because of a few bad people.
And it's going to be marked where it is.
There will be signage, yes.
Yeah, and it will also be like the event, it's not everything, so there may be events, for example, if there was a kids event down there, that's probably not gonna be a social district event, but, like a cruise night, that kind of stuff, that the organizers can have the city designate that as a social district event. We'll publicize that, and then, you know, like I said, it's not, some cities do it April to November, anything that happens down there, right? We said, let's just start this as a designated event type of thing, and it excludes Riverside Park. We talked about that at one time before.
Right.
But it's too far away, it just wasn't logistically a good fit.
Hard to manage too. So, do we need to approve the
Yep,
ordinance?
we need a motion.
You need to approve the ordinance, and this enables the whole process to start.
Any more? I'd make the motion. if
Okay,
there's any more
motion by
discussion.
Jerry. Do I have a second? Anna? Roll call, please.
Barr,
Yes.
S. Horner,
Yes.
A. Horner,
Yes.
Hauser,
Yes.
Cranford,
Yes.
Howard,
Yes.
Willie,
Yes.
Chauvelini.
No.
Thank you. Item B, approval of the reciprocal agreement with the Illinois Department of Revenue for sales tax information. And I'll let Jim explain this.
So B and C are connected, and Fallon doesn't have a problem with it. You can probably just make a motion for both. In essence, what these are is an agreement with the Department of Revenue. If you spend any time, in the past, you could go to their research website and get SIC codes for sales tax by business type. And they've changed a lot of that where it has become pretty generic. But they've offered now the municipalities an option to sign this agreement. Well, they will share the sales tax information directly with us. And so we would list who can have access to that information. For example, myself, the treasurer, the mayor, and then that information has to stay. It's not FOIable, and it's not releasable to anyone else. So it's the purpose of that is if we know, for example, how much sales tax, let's just say Wally's is bringing in, that shouldn't be public information to everyone else. So, but it can be useful for us for budgeting and marketing and development. So, this was the way for the Department of Revenue to fix how they had changed that system. So I would ask that give us the ability to sign that reciprocal agreement where we can get that sales tax
And I have
information.
no
The second one
objection
is
to it.
the municipal simplified telecommunications tax. All the other ones are sales tax, and that telecommunications tax is kind of off on its own, so they have a separate agreement for it.
So you'll now be able to get real-time tax information? Is that
Yeah, I don't know how real time it'll be, but it'll be within a few months probably. So, and it's really, it'll just give us access to a database on the internet.
Do you want one motion or two, Alan?
One is fine, they're basically the same agreement, but different taxes.
Okay,
And we just have to abide by the rules, that respect the privacy of the information, understand it's not something we can talk about open session here.
I'll make a motion.
okay, motion by
accept.
Cranford, second by Barr, to approve the reciprocal agreements for both B and C. Right? Okay. Roll call, please.
You to sign it,
S. Horner,
Yes.
A. Horner,
Yes.
Hauser,
Yes.
Cranford,
Yes.
Howard,
Yes.
Willie,
Yes.
Joe Vanini,
Yes.
Barr.
Yes.
Thank you. Wow. Okay, we're on to mayor's comments. Just a couple of updates from me. I spent the day with Chief Davis last week on Thursday, and he couldn't line up any search warrants for us or anything really fun for me to go out on, but I did get to attend a training session at OSF that the police and fire were part of. It was a simulated bomb threat. And he thought I was crazy that I wanted to go to it, but it was extremely interesting to me. Interesting that they conduct these on a regular basis. I mean, it sounds like maybe every couple years. And, I mean, but they went through the whole 2-hour process of what happens if somebody comes in here. In this particular case, it was 2 backpacks that there was presumed bombs in, and all the steps that they would go through to evacuate the building and, manage. And so I think it's reassuring to the public to know that they do this. And I think they're prepared, even though, once it happens, it might be a different story. But so that was really interesting. And then tomorrow I'm meeting Brian Verdon at 7 a.m. to spend the day testing concrete or asphalt or whatever it is that he does all day long, in addition to other things, I'm sure. So that's really all I have to share right now. So
Have you done a ride-along with any of the officers?
I haven't. That will be maybe later. I've asked if I could, and they said yes.
Pretty-
So,
It'd be like training day.
yeah.
It'd be like Ethan Hawke in training day.
Yeah, there you go.
Do the night shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Night
yeah.
shift is the
interesting.
craziest. I did a day shift,
Uh-huh.
but do it, if it's day shift, do it cool, because you got to wear the big flat.
Oh, sure.
jacket and
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah. Yep. City council comments. Anybody got anything to ask or add, or Frank?
Is there anything new on 807 Catherine Street?
I believe that, well, Alan could maybe give the best update. I understand that they received a letter of 30-day notice to get the RV out, is what Greg told me last
And
Thursday.
Their attorney, on an accommodation to me, wrote a letter to his client asking him to cooperate on these issues. So he did that, he dictated it like he usually does while I'm on the phone, so I know it's been a couple of weeks. And it did look like, I drove by over the weekend, looked like maybe somebody had mowed something, but the RV's just sitting there.
I think the door has been closed on the RV. I don't know what difference that makes, but
Well, might keep the animals out, but,
Still not on a weed-free surface.
right.
No, no. Do we have anything on Riverside? Any updates on that?
On what?
Riverside Estates.
Oh, I don't have anything new other than they were working to sign a contract with a firm to do sewer and water line repairs. Where that's at, I'll have to check with them.
So the water wasn't disconnected then?
It was not, no, they did make a payment
Okay.
and got that taken care of.
Okay, thank you.
And then I drove through there a few days ago, and the dumpsters were overflowing. So I was going to say something about that, but I went and checked again today, and they're empty. So I thought maybe he wasn't paying his garbage bill either, but looks like he is.
Good. Any other?
I have an update for last night.
Great.
I acquired a quote from a drone company to do a drone show for last night, and it's looking pretty good that we're gonna go with it. So it'll be happening downtown if everybody says it's all right, with the board and stuff. So that's a really exciting drone show.
And the fire department.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's nothing really. Yeah, sure. Yes, of course.
Well, they have to. They.
But yeah, so it's really exciting.
Cool. That is exciting.
With construction starting on Mill Street, how's the Threshman's Parade? Is it getting rerouted?
So the Mill Street should be done before the end of August.
Okay.
They're just the bridge, they're gonna re-overlay and change out those expansion joints on it.
Okay.
Thanks for asking that. I got that this morning.
City administrator
Okay.
comments.
That was one of them. I was just gonna give that update, that should be done before the end of August. We're told that asphalt should be going down in this lot either by the end of this week or next week. So they're finishing up the concrete work over there, and when they're done with that, they'll lay the asphalt in both places. The other thing is the municipal band finished their concert series, and Seth did a fantastic job. His first year as band director. I think from a city's perspective, we should all be very thrilled with how that went. He had a good showing of band members, and I think everyone enjoyed it. Actually had a good showing at all the concerts.
Public comments. Chris, you want to be public tonight? Oh my God. Murph, nothing? Okay. We have need for executive session, so I don't believe there'll be any action taken afterwards. And so if I have a motion to go into executive session, Scott Cranford, second by Barb Howard. Do we need roll call for that? I don't remember. Roll call, please.
Joe Benini.
Yes.
Barr.
Yes.
S. Horner.
Yes.
A. Horner.
Yes.
Hauser.
Yes.
Cranford.
Yes.
Howard.
Yes.
Willie.
Yes.
Thank you.